What is going on, everyone? We're back again with another review. In today's video, we're going to be discussing this Oakland A's situation because it's pretty interesting. So as we can see on our screen, the team is actually moving to Sacramento to play their 2025, 26, and 27 seasons. And they can even play 28. I'm pretty sure it was announced if the Las Vegas thing does take a little bit long. So this is their last year in Oakland, and the reason this is happening is because their lease is up in 2024, and they didn't ever renew it, so that's why they kind of have to move. And we can see this little short video here, just already the A's stuff is already kind of up at the park right now. This park is actually pretty solid. It's pretty nice. This is where the Giants AAA team plays, so it's a pretty good park. Nice berm out in the outfield. They got a lot of seating as well around this stadium. So it's definitely a nice ballpark. So this was the original Jeff Passan tweet that we got. They're going to be moving there. Yeah, they have the option to play for 28 if the park takes a little long. We don't know the Las Vegas situation right now, how long that's going to take, honestly. But yeah, apparently it sits right over 10,000. And if you count the grass, like, you can increase it to 14,000. So for these 3 seasons, that's pretty good. I mean, they don't draw as it is now, but I think it's because they're moving out. No one really cares about this team. They're also not good at all. But I think in Sacramento, there's a different motive that we're going to talk about, which definitely can be pretty interesting for them to sell this team out. The owner of the Sacramento River Cats is also the owner of the Sacramento Kings in the NBA. So this could definitely be a move to maybe push for a team in Sacramento, you know, through the expansion, because we know it's been pretty interesting on the West Coast. There hasn't really been one city like Nashville that's really stood out on the West Coast. Salt Lake City is the best we have right now. I mean, I'm not even confident that that's even going to work out, to be honest. So definitely a good push for the A's and Sacramento to try to sell this place out. Sacramento obviously going to get a great team, you know, try to push for that expansion team, get a new stadium maybe. We'll see what the future is in that city. But, you know, the A's could also sell this park out a lot just because MLB baseball does not come to this place, you know, that often ever, right? They have AAA, which is, you know, close enough. But yeah, definitely exciting to see what's going to happen for them. And, you know, Sacramento could launch their expansion project, because we know a lot of cities are in this right now. Not many on the West Coast, really just Salt Lake and Portland, and the Portland one might fall through at this point. So yeah, definitely a big move for Sacramento to try to make their name known to the MLB and their owners and all that good stuff. This is kind of just more rumors from Front Office Sports. They did say that they have filed some new trademarks, so who knows if they're going to call themselves the Sacramento A's. My personal opinion, I think they should. It's going to be a better brand, and they're only going to have it for 2-3 seasons, so it's not going to be too bad at least. So I think they should do it. It's going to look more professional, and I honestly think, you know, obviously with this move, the reason they're doing this is because, one, the Oakland Coliseum's horrible, right? It's not good. We obviously know this. No one really shows up to games anymore. They tried the Howard Terma situational. You know, they said the city really wasn't working them, so I think it was time for them to move. They spent about, I think it was 59 or 58 seasons in Oakland, which is a lot of seasons, and this is honestly the city that they're known for. But I don't know. In my opinion, it makes sense for Fisher because he wants to move the team to Vegas, which is gonna, you know, the value of that team's gonna go up insanely. So for the business perspective, I completely understand for him. And actually, as an owner, if you look at his teams, he actually hasn't done that bad. If you think about it, he's got this team in the playoffs multiple times, and, you know, it's just these recent seasons where people are starting to hate him and this move and all that stuff. And I understand that, but this is not a sports city. I mean, we've seen multiple teams leave. The Raiders, obviously, there was a hockey team earlier that left, minor league hockey, and obviously the Warriors left. So I mean, it's not a sports city. So that's just the thing. They tried to make it one, it didn't really work out. That's kind of how I see it, in my opinion. And yeah, they're going to bigger, better things in Vegas, and I think that's when the team's going to start getting good. I mean, I talked about it a little bit at the deadline last year about this squad. They didn't really sell the team. Like, they didn't sell a lot of their players that I thought they would. Like, Brent Rooker was an all-star. I figured he might have a shot to get traded. You know, if they really wanted to get rid of everyone, they could have traded a couple of their rookies too. But they decided not to. So I have a feeling this team is going to start to get good, especially with all this moving stuff happening. You can start to imagine that the opportunity to spend more money and actually be good is going to be there. I want to look at their last couple of seasons right here. Obviously, I think 2020 was a really good team they had. That was a really solid team they had, but they didn't really play any games at home, unfortunately, because of COVID and all that stuff. So the last time they were really home in the playoffs was 2013 versus the Tigers twice. 2012, 2013, lost that, unfortunately. That's the last time I feel like, you know, there was a fan base in Oakland, in my opinion. Their 2020 season was great, in my opinion. I thought they did really good that season. I was really confident in that team to really beat the Astros, but that team was good. That was when the Astros were really good. They're starting to get even better. So, yeah, kind of unfortunate. Like we said, the last 2 seasons have not been great for this team. But I know everyone likes to, you know, they like to trash on this team and talk a lot of smack. But this is a historic franchise in the sport. 9 World Series championships, 15 league pennants, 17 titles, almost 30 postseason appearances. So this is a historic franchise in the league. It might not be like that to most people, but they do win. So, you know, that's why I don't get why people talk smack, because they literally win. If people are going to use the 27 rings for the Yankees, you got to use this too, and they're up there in rings. Yeah, so I think when this team gets to, you know, obviously Sacramento and then Vegas, I would say 2027, 28, they probably got a shot to get back in the postseason, just because with the way they're going to be built now, I know their team is, you know, their prospects are okay. Obviously, they got the first round pick with Jacob Wilson. That kid seems pretty promising. Excited to see when he gets in the league. We'll see who their first round pick is next year. But I really do think a couple years time, they start signing some guys. Maybe they start, you know, drafting really well. You know, they want this team to win. Obviously, they don't want it to go to the ground. I know the GM, the scouting department, they obviously want the team to win, which is what they're going to be working towards. Just kind of see how much money they're going to get to spend on free agents and stuff, because they do sign people. They have made you know, roster changes, and they've signed guys. It's not outlandish for them to do that. It's just in this like transitional period, I'd call it. It's kind of rare right now that we kind of see that, but you know, they're at rock bottom, and the only way they could go is up. So that's what I'm looking at for the next couple seasons with this team. And Sacramento will be interesting. We'll see if they make the playoffs. You know, it's definitely gonna be a long road. I doubt it in Sacramento. I imagine in Vegas will be their first time back in the postseason. When I look at this team, I'm just kind of excited for the future for them. I'm excited to see what that stadiums look like in Vegas. It's gonna be really sick, I think. And yeah, I think it's gonna be better for the league long term than the Oakland situation. It does suck because the history, but this is going to be their fourth city, so we're going to see how they do. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on the A's. Definitely an interesting team moving forward, and I think the River Cats are going to play in that stadium as well, or they might move or share it or something like that. They haven't got the full details on this kind of move yet, but it's definitely going to be interesting as we head forward to next year. But last year at the Oakland Coliseum, going to be pretty sad, I guess, to see that stadium go, because it is very historic. You know, I do like a lot of those old teams they had winning and everything, but they're keeping the colors, they're keeping the brand. So, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, you know, I think they're going to have another historic stadium in Vegas. So that's how I look at it moving forward. But if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.